Hello, everyone. My name is Raushan, and welcome to another episode of Sasta Podcast. I thought that this will not continue, but finally, I have found a guest, and I'm really grateful to Mr. Sonu who accepted my invitation. Actually, we have never talked even in Hindi or in real life. So, this is our first meeting, and it's going to be here. So, thank you, Sonu. Thank you so much for joining.
Even I should thank you for that because it's our first meet and I never met someone even before you.
Yes.
So it's the first time that I'm meeting someone like this and coming like this is really a pleasure for me as well.
Sonu, before we continue it,
Yes.
I would love to know about you, and please introduce yourself to my audience.
Of course, I will do. My name is Sonu and I'm from Siwan, Bihar. Currently, I'm doing computer science from Bhopal IS College. It's really a good experience having in a college and experiencing things that you have never done by yourself. Like we do not cook food at our home, but when I'm in college, I'm cooking foods by myself. I'm washing my clothes by myself. I need to wake up in the morning and then sleeping at almost 1 or 2 p.m. at night. So that's a really tough time for everyone. And through that, we learn how to survive because that's a very important thing.
Whenever we leave home, it's us. There is nobody to look after us.
Yeah.
I've never left my home. I'm still living with my parents, but I can understand.
Yeah.
Because I talk to many people, and they have told me that how difficult it is.
Yeah.
And sometimes whenever my mom leaves home, I have to take care of it. And
Yeah.
I know what a great cook I am. I can't even make omelette for myself.
It's
So I
the same
understand.
from my side. Like even my brother is with me, so he handles everything.
Yes.
Even when I ask him that at least give me something to do, even let me chop the onions, but he would say no, he would cut your hand. So it's really, I would feel really frustrated that I'm useless there.
You have a nice brother.
Yeah. Like I would say in mythological words, he's Ram and I'm his Lakshman. Wherever he will go, I will with him.
That's really cool. So you have a great bonding with your brother.
Yes.
So
Since like childhood, we are together.
what's the age difference between you and your brother?
It's almost 1 and 5. 1 year,
1.5
5 months.
years.
Yes.
Great. So, like, have you ever had a fight with him?
Yes, so many times because if a good brother is there, you will always fight with him, and that's a good bonding. That until you won't fight, you won't get a patch up,
Yes.
you won't make the bonding more better. So that's the rule of every great
Every
bond.
brother and like
Yes.
every siblings.
Yes,
Right?
every siblings.
Sonu, I heard from Sajad sir that the institute you are part of, Rebel,
Yes.
you go there and guide a student. So tell me about that experience. How do you feel attending classes or managing classes?
When I was a student and attending classes was really interesting because before that I had never attended any institute.
Yes.
I was used to stay at my home. Brother used to go
Yes.
other institute and he would study. And when he would come at home, I would just take his notebooks and read. That's all about me. That I used to just do the things. Even my neighbors were not aware that I'm at home. Even if someone would come at home, they would feel like there is no one, and I would be in the room.
Yes.
But the lights are turned off. I'm doing something, but no one is aware because everything is very silent in my room if I'm there. So when I came back in this platform, in this environment, I learned so many things, got so many friends, so many people, and learned so many things. And that was really a good experience because of Akash sir.
Akash,
He gave that experience to each and every student that we should come to the stage. We should explore ourselves more than we have done so far.
And in schools,
Yes.
like where we come from, Bihar, like there is not much exposure of public speaking.
Yes.
So I totally relate with you. The same thing happened with me when I was in class 11th and 12th. Anand sir, you might have heard his name.
Yes.
He's from Mahadeva.
Yeah.
So I was part of his institute.
Oh.
And there I got this opportunity to go and express myself. So I totally relate what Akash sir did for you.
Yes.
Anand sir did it for me.
Yeah.
I remember first time going on a stage, I was shivering, literally shivering.
Yes.
But when you are speaking publicly,
Yes.
you can feel that energy, like everybody's eyes is on you.
Yes.
You are scared, but the moment you speak something, it feels like they are listening to you, and you
Yes.
feel that power, right? I think you can relate with that.
Yes. Even I have felt that even when I had to give my introduction first time, when I was on the stage, I even forgot my surname.
Yeah,
That
it
what
happens.
is
It happens. It happens.
But later I realized that it is not impossible and it is not something that I don't know. It's something that I am scared of people eyes. And once I would get idea of it, I can easily speak of it. And the energy that once you get while speaking, it's really unbelievable.
Undescribable. It's undescribable. And it is one of those feelings, the more you do it, the more you want it.
Yes.
Right? Like it's not that, of course, we are humans and we need attention. I agree with that. But to be publicly, to
Yes.
go there, to express your ideas, you have to prepare. And it is not something we are born with. We have to develop it, right?
Yeah, I like that one because even one time Akasa brought us in Gandhi Maidan, and there was a camera, and even that video was going to upload it on YouTube.
YouTube.
So there were lots of students. Even our senior was there.
Hmm.
So I was really scared that will I get the chance? I know that I'm a good speaker. I'm doing great this time, but I had no idea that will I get or not.
Yes.
So there were also few speakers who got only chances. So I felt even good that I didn't
Because
get.
somebody is there to appreciate me.
Yes.
And again, I will talk about it. So my experience was really bad, as you mentioned that. But the feeling I got, the energy I got from the students, it was really amazing. I had to explain a poetry,
Oh.
what we had learned. But from that moment, I decided that this is something I need to do regularly.
Yes.
So tell me your story, like your first exposure being in Rebel, right?
Yes, Rebel.
So how was it for you? The first day, do you remember it?
Yes, first day was really, it was a demo class.
Yes.
Because when I had go with my brother, we had not decided that we would enroll in this institute. But the demo was really interesting. Sir had brought really interesting. And I also realized that we mostly make mistakes in very small things, not on the large aspect, only on the small aspects, and that matters a lot.
Of course, it matters. And you talked about being on a camera.
Yes.
So in my case, I have always been scared of it. So that's the reason why I'm doing it, talking to you and
Yes.
recording myself. So do you ever want to go like on the internet, talk about English learning, or just about your life?
I like to talk about learning English because there I'm quite comfortable. Because when I'm comfortable, I can speak anything I want. But when it is about something that I don't like, I don't think I can be able to even say a single thing. That's because still camera is really scary to me. If there is a person, I can say anything I want in my life. But when there is a camera with them, I would stop my mouth. Like it's,
I totally get it.
Yes.
It feels like there is so many eyes on us.
Yes.
Even though the camera is invisible, of course, we can try to visualize that there is no camera.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it is going publicly.
Yes.
Right?
And who knows that that same video would go to your home, your two relative,
Of course.
and they would watch you and
Judge you.
yes, and that's the main biggest problem.
Judgment is what hold a lot of people.
Yes, we are scared of those judgments. That what will people say? How is still we are?
Yes.
They are scared of those things, and until we will not conquer these things, we can't surpass and become the right person that we want.
So Sonu, I would love to know your life in Bhopal. How is it?
It's really going good because I've got so many seniors who
Yes.
are currently working as intern in Bangalore, and I'm also getting some tasks from there.
Oh.
Almost I'm earning 3 to 4 thousand for that project that I'm developing a mobile app currently.
Oh,
It is
that's
going
great.
for almost I would say 3 months.
3 months.
Has been done for that.
So do you enjoy the work? I mean, working on computers, developing apps.
Yeah, this is the only thing that I like. Even after cricket, I would say this is the only thing.
You love cricket?
Yes. Cricket was not just my passion. It was I had chosen as my career.
Oh.
But later, because of money and that education that I have to complete my 10th with good marks, I stopped playing cricket. And after that time, my hands stopped working. Still, it is a problem that you say that it still it severs a lot.
Oh. So there
People
is an
still
issue.
say like, I'm scared, but I'm not scared. It's
an
born
issue.
issue. Yes, it's a born issue. I later realized that no matter how many time I try, I can't just control this hand so well.
But you are doing great now. I really appreciate you that even after going through all of that, you are still passionate and you have found something apart from cricket. I totally relate with you here
Yes.
when it comes to cricket. I have always loved cricket, but because of financial issue, I also had to drop out and I had to continue my studies. So tell me more about like how is college?
College, my college is quite very not quite even very disciplined. Even I can say too disciplined.
Too disciplined.
Yes. If you would make a single absent in an entire week, you need to pay fine for it.
Oh.
Almost 50 rupees or 100 rupees. And if you by mistake, for any reason, you just absent in the exam days, there is a test. Like if the our semester is of almost 4 months, but 3 months are going just for the tests,
Yes.
and 1 month they will teach us.
Oh.
So in these 3 months, if you miss one day, you have to pay 300 rupees
200 to 300.
just for one day.
Very strict.
Yes, very strict. Even if you are doing some experiment, practical experiment, you
Yes.
need to be careful that by mistake, even by a single mistake you just block something of that part, you need to pay entire payment of that material by your own pocket.
All right. All
So
right.
most of the students are very scared, and even there are also students just they roam around that they look for cigarettes and different things. But in my college, cigarette is totally bad that you can't use there. If you got, you need to pay too much fine for that. So mostly I've never seen any student doing that all. It's really something that is very disciplined, and it is good for most of the students. But sometimes few good students got stuck in this. That without any mistake, they got caught with some other students, and they need to pay for it.
that.
Yes.
So you are in a very strict college.
Yes.
So what do you do for fun in college or apart from college, apart from your classes, your work? What do you do for fun?
For fun, there is nothing I like to do. My work is my fun.
Oh, your work.
Because I don't even have a friend. So neither I get time to talk to them, neither I get time to walk with them. So there is probably like I feel always alone. There is only my brother, but he quite busy in work. So I feel like if I have work, I feel at least that I am not bored. I am having some kind of fun.
So how do you feel about not having friends? Do you ever feel lonely?
Too lonely. I
Too
feel
lonely.
too lonely and too bad. Because since childhood, when I had enrolled in City Montessori school, it is near Gandhivadan.
Yes, I know about it.
Yes. So when I first time went in that school, the teacher first day asked me the table of 12th, I think. So I was from Sadipur. There was no English, and she directly said table. So I was thinking that how can I set table of 12th? So there was no relation between the two things.
Yes, yes.
So next day I didn't go to school. I asked to my father that, Dad, teacher asked table of 12. What is it? So he explained me everything. Then I marked of everything, even from 2 to 20 in just one day. It was, I don't know how it happened, but it happened. And next day I went there and I even said everything she asked without any hesitation. But later, when I was studying further, there were few students who was talking to me, but they also feel bored with me because I used to talk about mythological stories.
Yes.
That and those are not that someone has not heard before. Everyone has heard since the childhood. You would heard about Hanuman, Ram, and I talk the same thing. So
Yes.
there is nothing that interesting. So they left me. Then I felt didn't like to go school again. So after 6, I again started going just because of my brother that
Yes.
time. And later, even that time, I had no friends excluding my brother. He is only my friend and only my brother, I would say.
So he's your companion.
Yes.
And has been your companion.
Yes.
You know, we could have been friends. I think we are going to be friends. We have so much in common. Like, I love stories. It doesn't matter, it's mythological. Like, when I was a child, I used to watch Hanuman,
Yes.
Mahabharat, whatever used to come on TV. And I was a huge fan of animation. Like, animation is something which has taught me English.
Yes.
You know, later on, when I was in class 11th, I started watching anime.
Oh.
So we have so much in common. If you ever want to talk, I can be your friend. Don't feel bad about it, dude.
No, it's not just like I consider friendship is something that more than about talking.
Of course.
Because it's about exchange of feelings. That when we really exchange our feelings without hesitation and without thinking,
There
that
is
one
no-
really think of it.
There doesn't have to be a filter.
Yes.
This, and I'm lucky enough. I have a few friends with whom I can be my true self.
Yes.
Like even on camera or at our work, like wherever we are going, we have to have a kind of filter. Otherwise,
Yes.
people are not going to accept it.
Yeah.
We have to be. This is the reality. We
But-
have to accept it.
When someone really close to you, you don't need that filter because they know you
course.
perfectly. If you are sad, you are not saying something, they would understand you that you are sad.
Of course, they would.
There is even not a single word need for you that you need to say that I'm sad, I'm upset with something. They can get it for a single second. That yes, he's upset. Something is disturbing him. We should do for that.
And for that, I think it takes time.
Yes.
It cannot happen instantly that we meet, we become friends, and I will start noticing why you are behaving this
Yes.
way, why you are behaving that way.
This is also a problem that most of the students still think that if we have a friend, he should understand me as soon as he become my friend.
Of course.
It's not possible.
That's not possible
It takes
to.
time. Man. We need to wait for that. We need to spend some time. We need to first exchange some emotions and our details. We think without knowing a single thing, he would understand us.
You know, Sonu, I think you'll become a good friend. Don't you need to approach people like you are in a college. You should approach people.
No, I do. But the problem is they are not like me. They whenever I talk to them, they feel like to be honest, they feel jealous.
Why?
Because I spend my most of the time in work.
Oh,
And they spend their most of the time
like
in
hanging
having
out.
fun. Yes, hanging out with others.
Hmm.
And when it comes to the different kinds of working things and showing the projects,
Yes.
they have not.
Nothing to show.
Yes, and I have. So they feel jealous and they stop talking to me, and they even start comparing that he's doing better and we are doing nothing. It's because we are not doing really same. I'm spending my time at the same point at the different things that we should do. I have enrolled giving 4 lakhs for that thing. And if I would just hang out all the time, it will be wasted.
Of course. Your lifestyle is different from them.
Yes.
So, Sonu, you don't have any friends. You don't feel bad about it. Sometimes you do.
Yes.
But how do you, and again, you mentioned that you don't do anything to have fun.
Yeah.
But before this conversation, you mentioned anime. You do watch anime,
Yeah.
right? So tell me about it. Which is your favorite anime?
My favorite anime is currently, I would say, Fighting Spirit.
Fighting Spirit.
Yes. Here there is a boy.
Hmm.
In the starting situation, he was really scared. He was strong by his body, by his shape, because he used to help her mother. His father was already dead when he was a child. So he started helping her all day. He had a fishing shop. So they used to work on a harbor.
Of course.
So there he used to work there, and but in college and in school he was always bullied by some powerful students. So he used to feel upset, but he never said a single thing to her mom. But one day there was a boxer doing his exercise, daily work. So he saw that few students are bullying him. So he saved him and took him to the gym. And there, when he fixed his hand, that he was a bit hurt, he was also bleeding. So then, when he was totally fine, he tried a punch on the bag, punching bag. So when he hit that punch, it was really powerful. He felt really good. So when he felt, he said, "Can I become a boxer?" Directly he asked for that. So the boxer said that no, you can't, because boxing is really critical for our health, because you may even lose your life. There are many fights. There are chances that in the fighting time you may die. So looking at things, he said no, you can't do. So he just gave him some tape that take this and wash that at your home. So he washed and he even got more excited. And now I would
Now I
become
have
a
to do
boxer.
it.
Yes.
I think I have seen the premises.
Yes.
And I have read about it. Is it related to Ipo?
Yes, Ipo Makanuchi.
I think
Yes.
I was trying to read it. I think the next moment he goes and start punching a leaf.
Yes, he
Leaves.
had to catch 10 lips.
10 lives. Yeah, I think I remember that scene. You know, I'm a nerd. I have been a nerd. Like, I used to watch anime a lot.
Yes.
And that has helped me to learn this language, English.
Oh.
You know, my channel's niche is language learning.
Yes.
Right. So I want you to suggest some things that if somebody is watching this video, that they can do to improve their speaking skills. English speaking skills.
English speaking skills. First, I would prefer to make a good group, because making a group is really important. Because
You need an environment.
Yes, you need really a good environment. If you have even learned English without testing out that how good is it, how can you feel that yes, I'm really speaking? Because even if you are really watching an anime or cartoon, you can see they are speaking because there is an environment, and you are not speaking because you don't have that environment.
Yes.
First, you need to create such environment. If it's not that vast, at least you can make a group of 2 or 3 people.
3 people.
It's enough. You just need 2 people to make a conversation. Chit-chats are enough.
That's
as
what
we
we
are
are
doing.
doing.
Yes, that's it. So there is no need that you need to entire a mass, that when there will be lots of people, then I would
I will
start
start
speaking.
speaking.
And the second thing that people make mistakes at that, first I would learn everything, then I would start. Start speaking, because you will learn by speaking every day. It's not possible that you would learn grammar, then words,
Structures.
then pronunciation and structures, and that's all. Then you would be ready to go once at all.
Yes.
It's not possible. You need to do everything one by one.
I think the first step is just to speak.
Yes.
And with that, like, for example, now we are able to construct sentences.
Yes.
But we did take that first step, started speaking, and overall we have improved, I guess. And still we are improving, right? It's
Yes,
not
there
that
is no-
it is the full stop.
Yeah.
We cannot improve.
There is no end of learning.
Of course, there
We
is no
need
end.
to always learn and improve ourselves, because there would be new words that will come in hand, that there would be new idioms that we still don't use idioms. Even when we speak in Hindi, we just think that we are really good in Hindi, but it's
are
not
not.
true. We just use that are comfortable or useful to us, that it would, yes, workable. I can express my thing as much as it need. But in reality, if you really want to be a good speaker, best speaker, you need to work on everything. And it's not possible in one day. You need to do
Because it
one
takes
by
time.
one. Yes.
And you mentioned environment,
Yes.
taking that first step of speaking,
Yeah.
and it takes time.
Yeah.
So, what about those people who think that there should be a time limit? There is a time limit. They think that English could be learned within 6 months. What do you think about that?
English can be learned if you do work consistently.
Yes.
But the problem is that we think that if you are doing grammar every day,
We are learning.
yes, we are learning, but it's not true.
We are learning, but we are not learning to speak.
Yes, it's about writing. Grammar is about helping out and correct yourself. It's not about speaking. You can only speak when you use the same grammatical knowledge in your speaking.
Of course.
And correct yourself. As much more you will correct, that grammatical knowledge will be used here.
Yeah, that's the point.
And we just think that if 6 months is there, we will just mug up the words that are very consequently used in the entire professional field or even friendships in local languages. People are considering like slang. Like there is a language or slang that they are saying in just words. How are you? Good. That's enough for them. And they are considering this is a English.
This is
that
English.
I just need to say a word and it will be totally clear. But in professional field, you need to say everything.
Of course, we have to elaborate.
Yes.
Have to express your ideas clearly.
Yes.
So, Sonu, is there anything that you want to ask? Otherwise, we will have to wrap it up.
Yes, there I have also some things that how did you get the idea of starting this podcast?
Starting this podcast.
Yes.
The thing is that I told you,
Yeah.
my exposure happened when I was in class 11.
Yeah.
My teacher invited me.
Yes.
So since then, I have been interested in stories.
Yes.
But the village we come from, there is nobody to talk about the stories. Like what happened with you in City Montessori, you didn't
Yes.
have anybody to talk about mythology, Mahabharata. So I had an alternative. I thought, why not to go on YouTube and talk about those stories?
Yeah.
So that's what I did in January this year, 2024. One day, the motivation we get, in January we have to do things, New Year resolution.
Yes.
I took all of my books which I had read, started rambling about them. Literally,
Okay.
like randomly, I picked this is what I read.
Yeah.
In January, I started talking about it. So I talked about some 15, 20 books, and that's where I, continued doing like whatever I was reading,
Yes.
whatever I was watching. I came on YouTube and talked about it.
Wow.
But one day, I invited my friend Sudha. Her name is Sudha.
Oh.
So she was my first guest here
Oh.
on my Sasta podcast, and we talked. Then I invited my another friend Farhan, Rahul, and then like I have made some around 5 or 7 episodes,
Yes.
and I have been talking to strangers online. And you are my next guest on Sasta podcast, and it is going fine now, dude. Like I never thought that my channel would get monetized.
Yes.
Like in the beginning, I was not even thinking about it. My thing was just to be on the camera, get
Oh.
comfortable,
Yes.
and like to create something.
And you are also trying to remove your hesitation with the
Hesitation
camera.
off camera.
Yes.
Yes. So because of it, because of starting it, my channel has now monetized.
Yes.
I have been getting some you could say ads too. Like
Oh,
people
yes.
are approaching me. I have started my kind of session, online session where I'm teaching a few students.
Oh.
So monetary wise, it is also paying me.
Yes.
I used to be very lost. Still, I am lost. That I had no freaking idea what I was supposed to do with my life. But because of learning English,
Yes.
reading books, I have got a sense. Like it is still absurd.
Yes.
I'm still making sense of this absurd life. But there is something to look forward to.
Yes. And you are doing really great, I would say.
Thank you. Thank you, Sonu.
Even I have read the comments of your videos that lots of people are saying that take me on the podcast. I'll be ready.
Yes.
I'm not that good, but at least I can manage that.
Manage
I
that.
just read lots of comments there that people are saying that all.
Comments are my favorite part there
Yes.
on YouTube because like and subscribe. I don't care much about.
Yeah.
Of course, it is good to have more subscribers.
Yes.
But comments, it provide me that feedback.
Yes. And that feedbacks are very important.
Very important. As you mentioned that we need feedback to improve anything, not
Yes.
just English language, anything.
Yes. Feedbacks are like not just about the thing we are doing. Something that we can improve entire environment as well. That if something is not available, they give that feedback. They see like we are not able to see that
Yes.
because we are just working on the thing that is going on. But they are seeing
They are
everything
third
that-
person.
Yes.
And
third
with their perspective, we are able to, fill out the gaps.
Yes. And that is really helpful for us.
And it is appreciating too. For example, if somebody is saying nice thing about you, you feel nice.
Yes.
Right?
Even if they say bad, we feel even good. It sometimes feels like
Sometimes I feel bad.
Yes, but it's good for us
Yeah.
that we get some aspects that yes, here we need to improve
Improve.
ourselves. Yes, and it's good. because every time getting appreciation from others is not that good.
That, of
Even
course, we
like,
start feeling like we are too good. We don't
yes,
need to work on anything.
and we get overconfident because of that. We started feeling that no, we are doing really great. We don't need to improve anywhere. And even there is a student in the Rebel that I will not take his name, but he really is something that he would praise everyone. If he, even if they are not doing great, if they would make a mistake, he would say, "Wow, such a speech, man! You have done a great job."
I think we don't have to be harsh on those people. There are some people who like to have attention on them.
Yes.
I call them attention seeker, and I think they are called attention seeker. But we all have different kind of attitude towards learning,
Yes.
towards people perception.
But sometimes I have seen that because of his praises, they get overconfident and
Yes.
they think that they don't need any work now. They are already best because someone has praised them.
Appreciating their
Yes.
effort. I think people need to be genuine.
Yes.
Right?
And when they would be genuine, people would improve really well. And that's what we need.
Is there any last message that you want to say
To the
for the audience?
for the audience, I would say English is really great going on. I don't know what about the future, but currently you should really study it as soon as you can. And when you are studying and you are paying money for it, do it with your heart. Don't just do it because there
Just
is
for the sake of doing.
yes. We are just dragging it like we have to do. Not think as like that. You should do because there is something that you need where you can implement, where you can talk with new people. If you would learn English, there would be no limitation of people that you can talk
Can
to
connect.
anyone in the any country.
As
And
long
that is
as
possible here.
yes, as long as you have connection with them, you can talk.
Yes, and even if you are not, there are lots of websites where you can start chatting with them.
Definitely.
Yes,
So thank you so much, Sonu. Thank you so much for your time. It was lovely chatting with you, and hopefully we can do it in future too. Thank
I
you.
would hope for that. Same.
Thank you for your time.